What is going on, guys? Back at it again with another one. It is a death in the family versus a death of the family. If you don't know, let's go.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thought.
And guys, back at it again with another one. It is your boy Conehead, and we are here to talk DC, a death in the family versus a death of the family. You know how to wear that Joker, ha 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 ha. For this one, because if you don't know, the death of the family ends with ha 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 ha. That is the chemical code in the face. All right. So what is a death in the family versus a death of the family? Of course, these are two different stories, but a death of the family is reflected on a death in the family, one of Joker's first big time stories of killing Robin. So if we don't know, this came out in 1988. Okay, so as we know, Bronze Age ended in 1985, and Modern Age started 1985, 1986 technically. So 1986 to present day would be modern. So they are considering a death in the family story like this. See this old crap, 1986, or 1988. To be modern like this. Okay, modern art here. We got modern art. So this is modern, this is modern. Apparently it's the same thing. We can take off, see, here's the back of A Death in the Family, here's the front of A Death in the Family. This one was written Jim Starlin, Jim Aparo, Mike DeClaro, Mark Wolfman, and George Perez. These are some of the writers and artists. If we take off the cover, we will see same thing. Actually a little bit bigger, and boom, boom. And on the back it says he's alive, thank God. So if you guys don't know what the difference is between a death in the family and a death of the family, because it is a little bit of a tongue twister, and sometimes you get confused on which one is which. A death in the family is relating to this original story, 1988, of the Joker coming in and using the crowbar to kill Robin. Now, who is Robin? Robin was actually Jason Todd at the time, and at that time you could vote on Jason Todd if you wanted him to die or not, and the fans' favorite voted for Jason Todd to die. They didn't like his character, so they voted for him to die. Now he does come back, as we know, to become Red Hood. So why do we got all these books in front of us then? Let me put this back on here so we don't get this all mixed up with the rest of them. Why do we have, what does Batgirl have to do with it? What does Red Hood have to do with it? Nightwing have to do with it? I thought Death in the Family was in the Batman New 52. And what is the Joker, 80 years clown prince of crime, have to do with it? Well, one of the original stories in here, one of Joker's first stories in here, was of him killing or threatening to kill the mayor. I believe it was the mayor. So a lot of the stories that happen in the death of the family, they are reflecting on some of the old stuff, like threatening to kill the mayor or whoever it was. Now I'm forgetting who it was. I believe it was the mayor. So that's why. So I just brought this up because I do reflect on some of the stories in here. Now the same, they go back and they relate to, if you don't know, The Killing Joke. This is where Joker shoots Batgirl, Barbara Gordon, and she becomes paralyzed. This is another really famous story. This is obviously the first print right here, a very, very beauty that I need to send in the CGC and get graded. But this is The Killing Joke. I also have in the Absolute Edition. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. This is a great story. But they do reference A Killing Joke where he shoots Barbara Gordon. ending for her to be paralyzed, and that's when she becomes the Oracle. Now, why do I have these ones in front of me? Well, of course, the Death of the Family is going to be in the New 52, so Death in the Family is pre-Flashpoint. Death of the Family is after Flashpoint, okay? So all the New 52. So it does start in Detective Comics number 15. Now here is your main story by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, but they also had help by people like John Layman and Jason Fabok, which we all know Jason Fabok as a great artist and Greg Capullo as a great artist. So all these had part in this story. So why do we have the Nightwing, Batman and Robin, and Batgirl, and the Red Hood and the Outlaws, which Batman and Robin is a book that a lot of people are looking for apparently, and so is Red Hood and the Outlaws. Great books, so if you don't got them, try to figure out how to get them. But there would also be the Teen Titans would be on here. I don't have yet, which I do plan on getting, and Catwoman, Teen Titans, Catwoman, and I believe that was it. So there is tie-ins in these to this story, even though this is going to be your main story right here, which is written by Scott Snyder. The main story is going to be in here, but how Nightwing becomes part of Death of the Family, how Robin becomes part of Death of the Family, how Batgirl becomes part of Death in the Family, how Red Hood becomes part of Death in the Family, which I know in Nightwing and in Red Hood, the whole story of Death in the Family is in these omnibuses. These two, I believe, are just tie-ins, and then you have, like I said, Catwoman is going to be tied into it, and you have Teen Titans, all New 52 stuff. So remember, this is all after Flashpoint, right? Where a death in the family, where Red Hood gets, or not Red Hood, Jason Todd gets killed with the crowbar. His death in the family pre-Flashpoint. Okay, so this is all the old stuff, and this is all the new stuff. So what is Death of the Family? Death of the Family is Joker basically leaves his face on a jail cell, kind of saying that he's coming back. He appears like a year later, I believe it was, and he ends up, to shorten up, he ends up capturing Batgirl. He ends up capturing Nightwing. He ends up capturing Robin. He ends up capturing Red Robin, and then he tells. Now, meanwhile, everybody's there. So we got Clayface there, Clayface, Two-Face, Penguin, Mr. Freeze, I believe, is there, and Riddler is there. So they're all there. They're all part of this. Two-Face wants to see him dead, but so Joker gets his face cut off by Dollmaker. Dollmaker cuts his face off. Now Joker's doing this to say, hey, I can rip my face off and I'll still be the Joker. We take the mask off you guys, and who are you? I'm still the Joker. You guys are the mask, and that's it. Nobody cares about what's underneath. Where he's always going to be the Joker. So he does get Robin in an electric chair, and so what he does is he puts them all at a table. Let's see if we can find it really quick. He puts them all at a table, and they're all like, let's say, mummified. Their faces like mummified. He's got the wrap all around their face. And then he opens up a tray, and the tray has got, here we go. Boom. And there's the tray right there. The tray has got all their faces. So he's got Nightwing's face, he's got Batgirl's face, Red Robin's face, Robin's face, all of their faces in this. And then their head is wrapped, so it looks like he cut all their skin off. And even Alfred is, let's say, zombified with the Joker toxin, so kind of zombified, we'll say. He's got them all zombified, and then Batman does escape this. Then they pull out the thing and they realize, their face was never cut off. Now that they all start attacking each other because they are all freaking zombified until they fight off the toxin. And then Joker does escape with his face falling off, and that's when Batman runs the test on it, and it says ha 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 ha. So Joker just puts his face on now. Joker does return in part 2 of Batman, Omnibus Volume 2 of Greg Capullo and Scott Snyder. This is a great story. Great story. I got to do a review on this book and Volume 2, but we're just referencing right now a death in the family versus a death of the family. So technically, in a death of the family, nobody does. They all recover. Even Alfred recovers. The only one that disappears is Joker. Where death in the family, again, well, technically, Jason Todd does die. He goes to the pit of the pit. What's the pit called? Shit, I forget what the pit is called. Taken by not Raja Ghul. Anyway, it's taken by the Ghul family. Whatever, you know what I'm talking about. I can't think of it now. Boom, 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 boom. When you're talking about this many and you start forgetting what's. Anyway, Talia Ghul. He's taken by Talia Ghul to the pit of. Freaking can't come up with the name of the pit. Anyway, and he's brought back to life. So technically, in both of them, nobody dies. One kind of dies, but he's brought back to life, becomes Red Hood, and then he becomes Red Hood and kind of is going against Batman because Batman had like no remorse for him and didn't go kill the Joker like he thought he would, and so he kind of uses his way of killing everybody to go against Batman. But that's Jason Todd turning into Red Hood. And the death in the family, where death of the family is a Joker return. Joker comes back. Joker captures everybody. Joker messes up again. Batman escapes the electric chair, and they all get away and they all live happily ever after. Is that how it happens? No, they go through 0 year and all kinds of crap in this, guys. So, but again, death of the family is after Flashpoint. Death in the family is before Flashpoint, guys. Death in the family is a story resulting about Jason Todd and Batman when Jason Todd was Robin. And that's how Jason Todd dies. And then we got our next Robin who comes into play, which would be Tim Drake. But this one is, this one's all of them. So you got, of course, Tim Drake being Red Robin. You got Nightwing, Dick Grayson. You got Damian Wayne, Red Hood, Jason Todd, and then Batgirl. So that is why Teen Titans is involved, because of course Red Robin is in Teen Titans. So that's why Teen Titans comes involved. So you will see that in all these where Teen Titans is part of it. You will see the Catwoman. I'm trying to figure out where that one relates into. I know this does have tie-ins with Catwoman. And then all these stories. All these stories got some kind of either tie-in or the full story inside of there. But again, Death of the Family is just Joker coming back, Dollmaker cutting his face off, him coming back with half of that. Okay, which is why I love that. I love the Death in the Family story. I love the Death of the Family story. Both are great stories, and I just wanted to give a what's what, who's who, because I know this is one big topic of a tongue twister, or it's one big topic of, wait, which one's which? Or if you're just new to DC and you have no idea what a Death in the Family is, or a Death of the Family, or The Killing Joke, because that is a big, I would say that's another big story regarding, these three, because you got Jason Todd, who gets hurt in the first one. You get all of them who get pretty much zombified or Joker toxined in this one, and you have Barbara Gordon, Batgirl, who gets, shot in that one, and then becomes the Oracle. But we all know New 52, Batgirl, they find some kind of surgical way to fix her, and she becomes Batgirl again. So, all great books, guys, that they all relate to Death in the Family. Again, like I said, Teen Titans will be stacked up on here, as well as Catwoman. I already have them both pre-ordered, so they will be here to relate to this New 52 story. And like I said, if you don't know, Volume 1 and 2, which will go this way, 2 great stories. Actually, one full story of the New 52, or the Detective Comics. Okay, this is where it begins, Detective Comics number 15. And like I said, Death of the Family is 2012, where Death in the Family was 1988. Both, again, are considered modern. Don't ask me why. They just haven't changed these groups that they need to change. But other than that, guys, if you don't know, now you know. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace. We'll see you on the next one.
Ready to let go. You decide if you ever